Hello, it's Glitter Gaming here, and I'm going to show you how to take the spine of a book and turn it into a bookmark, a really cool looking bookmark. So I've done these before, and I take apart a lot of books to use for junk journals. Excuse the eyes; they're here for. I'm making them for my bestie, who's making one of those 6-foot tall nutcrackers from the Wally World place. So I'm making these with cabochons, and stick around. I might show you how to do some in another video. But right now we're going to take this really nice spine of a book. It's one of those Reader's Digest books, and I really liked it. Of course, I like green, right? You know that. And I decided to do that. So let's start. What are we going to start with? Stuff. We have paper. And all we're going to do is decorate the back of it, of this bookmark. So you can use whatever you want. I've got a lot of paper we could use. I like to use vintage. So if you do, then that's really cool. If you don't, use what you like. So let's take some vintage paper from a book. Not necessarily that book, but a book. So, man, it got cold out here. If you don't know, I'm in Louisiana, and it's really not that cold for other places. It wouldn't be that cold to y'all, but jeez, in Louisiana, when it gets below 60, it's cold. Cold. But yeah, so Thanksgiving was this past week. We're coming on Monday, and so I've been looking at some Cyber Monday finds. Are y'all doing that too? It's fun. It's just a thing, you know. So we're gonna do it about here. I don't measure anything. Yeah, so if you're a measurer, you can shoot me a message and say, hey, how do you measure this? I don't measure it, but, I might be able to help you out. So, we've got some paper, and it should fit. It's a little wide, but we can cut that off later. Or cut it off now. Just put your little ruler. Mine are all dirty, because that's what I do. I make a mess. Just gonna get a little bit off the side. And is that going to be right? Are we going to have to do more? Might have to do a little bit more. No, it looks like it'll be okay. And I can always, cut a little bit off there. But, that's what we'll do. All right. There we go. So I did more than one page. I like to make sure that the writing is the same way. You could actually, just put different things, and we probably will put different things, multiple things on here. We'll just have to see how it goes. So, I'm terrible about leaving my ink pads out. Those of you that know me, you already know. And what do I do to get them to work again? You could spray them with water. I like spraying mine with some good old coffee slurry. So it's instant coffee. Sorry, I'm moving the camera. Instant coffee, water, and a little bit of rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. just to keep it from mildewing, because it will. It'll start growing things if you're not careful about it. And your ink pad, let me tell you, your ink pads have ink in them for days. And I always use brown. Well, maybe not always. Majority of the time I use brown. And so I can put coffee in them. I don't know if you want to keep the color accurate. Maybe you should just put plain old water. It's up to you. Do your thing, you know. Do your thing. It's just paper. It's fine. So, yeah, yo, Christmas is coming. Seems like it was just January. And it's about to be January again. Yeah. So, let's see. Which way does this one go? All right. That way. So, the words need to go this way. And I'm going to scoot it up so it shows the green here. And then when I put something else here, I'll make sure, oops, sorry. Here, I'll make sure that the green shows there. So let's get out our good old Fabri-Tac made by Beacon. Not sponsored, I just like their products. And I don't know what these people were thinking, changing the formula in recent times. Apparently they have. I don't know if they really did or not. It just seems like the glue's different lately. It doesn't act the same, but it's okay. So if your glue gets kind of wackadoo, like starts clogging up or getting too thick, just add a little bit of nail polish remover. And that'll help it out to, do better. So let's get something else to put here. What do we want? I mean, you just do it. I am not one of those perfectionist-y kind of crafters. This one's cool. It's We Wish You a Merry Christmas and deck the halls with bells of holly. But I'm not going to use that right now. So I think I'm going to make a piece of this work. We need our ruler again. I'm so good at losing things. So good at it. So I'm just going to cut the margins off. This is some coffee dyed paper that I put in the oven. I got it to be this pretty brown and crispy sounding, which works really good in books. I'm sorry, it works really well in books. If you want that crispy sounding paper. So if you put your paper onto the spine and just kind of rub it down, you'll get a line. Note to those who are more intelligent than I am. You probably would have figured that out. Let's ink this on the sides and the top, because I don't know how far we're going to put it on there. And the idea is do it as you want, Do as you please. It's only paper. There are no mistakes. No rules in doing this. Sorry about the hand and the arm. Do we have this even? Maybe. And we probably cut it wrong. Okay, not we. I did it. So, yeah, it's been an interesting couple of months for me. I moved, and that was trying. Ugh, I don't ever want to have to move again. I moved from a city I'd lived in for 35 years and moved back to where I was born and raised. I think we're going to move this down because I like that this is dark and it matches the back. So we're just going to glue it right on top of what's there already. It doesn't matter. I like it, so it's fine. Oh, I need to check the way the words are. Make sure I have them the right way. There we go. Oh, no. I didn't ink the bottom of this. Let's ink it. Come here, paper. Be nice. Don't dry glue. Not yet. Be a little more patient with me, please. All right. It worked out. Okay. I'm just going to zap ink it there. Isn't that cute? And this one's really sturdy. I have done some where the book was really, really old and the spine was not in the best shape. Uh-oh. I did it upside down. Oh, my. Am I going to be able to take it off and move it? Maybe. I might just have to... Oh, it worked. Well, see that? I had the original one backwards and upside down anyway. So, that worked out in my benefit. Okay. Now we have it. All good. All good. The right way. Would it matter? Probably not. Just depends on who you are and what you like, you know? Let's get some lace. This is a pretty color. Do I want to put it there or do I want to put it there? Well, this is going to be the bottom, so I'm going to have to do a little bit more work. This should be a fast, easy little project. As far as the decorating of it goes. But, of course, you know, some of us complicate things. Let's take this piece. I like my vintage lace. Vintage lace is like just such my thing. Okay, so I'm going to want it here. And maybe even here. We need something here. Let's see. What do we have? What do we have? I don't know. What was this book about? Let's see. Joseph Conrad Nostromo, International Collectors Library. I have no idea what Nostromo was or is. I could look it up. All right, I'll look it up. Come here, computer. Sit while we look up Nostromo. What is Nostromo? It was a novel by Joseph Conrad. Go figure. It was published in 1904. The story is set in the fictional South American country of I can't say it, and explores themes of greed, corruption, and the struggle for power during a time of revolution. The title character, Nostromo is an Italian expatriate who becomes involved in political and financial turmoil surrounding a valuable silver mine. The name Nostromo itself translates to shipmate or boatswain in Italian, reflecting the character's role and background. So, corruption, silver, struggle for power, shipmate, and bossman. Let's see what we have that can play along with that. I don't think I have any ships. You know, and do you have to do this? No, absolutely not. You could make it your own. I like the idea that he's an Italian expatriate. So I'm looking through, I guess I should show you what I'm doing. I'm looking through my paper dials that I have, you know, from those people. And I'm not going to say all of that. Might need this, though. Let's see. Who do we have that could... Oh. He looks like a Nostromo. What do you think? I think he does. All right. We're going to call you Nostromo. Or Nostromo. How do you think it's pronounced? Because I have no idea. And if you're anything like me and you know how it's pronounced, you're probably sitting there saying, say it right, lady. That's okay. Because I have no idea. I could make Google say it, but do you really think AI read the read the book? Probably not. Do they even know what Nostromo is supposed to sound like, or Nostromo? Probably not. But I do like this dude. He looks really cool. Okay. Oh, look. He's just going to be so cool. And he fits pretty perfectly. Not 100%. But I don't know. He's looking pretty comfortable there. Now, the spine does bow that way a little bit. Can you see? Can you see that it's got a bow to it? So we're going to have to mold him a little bit. But I think when we put the glue, it's going to help him to mold. Now we might lose a little bit of him here and there, but we can probably make him work. There's Nostromo, or my version, my idea of what Nostromo would look like. I want to put something here, and I thought about this black lace, but let's see if we put him on it. Yeah, that looks okay, huh? What do you think? Yeah, that's cool. All right, let's put a piece here. So the reason I use those spines to make, I have a purpose. I have a reason that I make bookmarks from spine pieces. My mom, who just passed away August 3rd, everybody called her Bam. She was an avid reader, loved to read. And when she found out I was making these books, and for those of you that don't know, I'm legally blind. And so I can't actually sit there and read a book anymore. When she found out I was making junk journals and taking books apart, she was not happy. And neither was one of my sisters for sure. I had three. One of them passed. So Mom was like, I cannot believe you're taking books apart. You were raised better than that. And you're going to meet, if you make junk journals, you're probably going to run into people like that every once in a while. And it's okay. Everybody has an opinion, and that's okay. We don't mind them having an opinion. But like I told my mother, and I will tell anybody, these books that I take apart and use, they were going to a landfill or something. They were just going to be destroyed. They were not going to be used anymore for reading. So we're just repurposing them and reusing them and making them have a purpose again. And I think that's a good idea. So, yeah, like I said, my mom was not happy that I was doing it. But then, once she realized it was a really good thing, she was okay with it. So, yeah, that's why I make the bookmarks. I try to use every piece of a book when I take it apart in some manner. Might not be a bookmark, might be just something else. Who knows? I used all the paper and all the parts that I can. So, everybody does what they need to do. It's okay. It's fine. So let's try to get him on here all nice and handsome looking, Mr. Nostromo. Okay, he's going to be way too far that way. Let's move him. There. Yeah, I don't want to lose too much of him. There we go. So I can just cut a little bit of his arm off. It'll be okay. Ink that little piece. Get it covered. Look at this. It's looking great so far. What do you think? I think it is. All right. Press him down so he stays nice and glued. Don't want him going anywhere. Now we can work on the top part. All right, you could stop there. Doesn't matter. Do what makes you happy. I like this film strip, but I don't think it's going to fit. Nope, it's not going to fit. There's a lot of other things you could do with it, but you don't have to. It's okay. Let's see what else we have in here that we might be able to play with. I don't know. I just pulled this out because it was handy. It was handy. I love all the paper dolls. The little things. I can't see what this said, but it's alright. Let's dig in here and see what we have. Got lots of pictures. I love taking the pictures and making stories out of them. They're fun. I'm so not used to hearing a heater go, and my heater is running. And it's just such a different sound that I'm not used to. Uh-oh. Oh, man, I put this right here. I need to move it. I don't want to lose it. It's Christmas in heaven. Because I have stuff. I have a picture of Bam right here. This is a, talk about off the subject. It's a voodoo doll that I made. It was an old corn husk doll that I got in a little store. And the lady said, do you think you can make a voodoo doll out of that? And I said, yeah, probably so. So we did. We made a voodoo doll out of it. And she's a good voodoo doll. She has a cross to keep her good. So, oh yeah, and look. She's got moss for hair up here. Spanish moss. It's beautiful. A vintage earring with a little thing on it and some cool looking feathers. Yep, there's that. There's that. All right, let's see. What are we going to do with the rest of him? Don't know. But, So you could put more things on it, what have you. I knew that was going to happen. I have no idea where my punch is. So the next thing I would do, and I'm going to cut it short because I don't want this video to go on forever, and it's already at 25 minutes. I said 30, and that was going to be it. So what I would do is punch a hole up here, put a eyelet in it so that it would go either way. And or you could do it on this side. Depends on what you want. I'm going to make a hole here, put an eyelet, and put a piece of some kind of old broken jewelry and hang it. And that's going to be our beautiful bookmark. So, you know what? Have fun, and I'll show you the end. Give me a minute. Okay, so I found, there we go. I found my little crocodile fun stuff. So let's make a hole up here, and I want it to be on this side. I don't know why. It's just a thing. So these little crocodile things are awesome. I like it. I have the big one, and I much prefer this one. So we're going to put it about here. And hopefully, oh, haha, make the hole the correct part, ma'am. There, we'll do it here. I want to get it further in there, so there we go. And I try to watch and see where it's going to go. So it'll be about there. There we go. Made a perfect little hole in there. So now we'll take one of the cool little pieces that should fit. And I do it from this side. I just do. There's no rules, baby. No rules at all. And just stick that piece in there. Then the raised up piece. Oh gosh, we just broke it. We're going to glue it though. We're going to glue it back. That's what happens. This stuff is so fragile. You have to be careful, and I wasn't being very careful. Now I'm not being careful with the glue. So yeah, I got a mess. I got a mess. You get a mess. It's okay. It's all good. We're going to hold it there. And we're going to put a clamp on it. And we've got glue everywhere. Let's put a clamp. Where's my clampers? There we go. Got a clamp. So I'm going to put, oops. Well, it would help if I did it right, huh? There we go. Try it again. There. And hold it right here. And this glue dries really quickly. It's not going to dry the whole thing completely dry, but it's going to be pretty quick. And then when I get the clamp in the right place, that'll help to hold the pieces together. But I want to make sure I'm not getting a whole bunch of gunky ink glue on this side. There we go. Put that back so that it has something to hold on to, and hopefully that's going to work. May not. It may not. So I'm going to get the crocodile. Look, voodoo lady. Get out of my way. Alright, so let's get the crocodile and see if we can help this to stay together. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Alright, and I'm going to is sit down and hopefully not glue the crocodile. May do that though. Oh man, now it's stuck. Hang on. If we just, there we go. We wiggled it and we totally wiggled the whole thing out. That would be what happens sometimes. You end up with a mess. Or most of the time I end up with a mess. So let's fix this. Would you just come out of there? I don't know why you want to give me so much trouble. Where are you? See, it stuck itself with the glue to the crocodile. Come on, come out. Oh, y'all, this is a joke. I'm so sorry. My little 30-minute video just ran out of time. Did I get it? Nope. Enjoy the show, y'all. Enjoy it because this is my happiness. The messes I put myself in and have to try to figure it out. So see, he's just stuck on there. And my fingers are too fat. And yeah, so I'm just going to have to keep messing with it. And I have no pliers close to here. And he's stuck on there. Come on, get out. I just popped it open as far as I could and maybe broke the whole... There we go. Got him out. Yeah. I think he was just... just trying to give me a hard time. Alright, let's go back on the right side. You on this side. And then try to get this piece. Yeah, this is reality. This is what happens. I could edit it out, but how much fun would that be for you? You get to see that, yeah, even, people that make videos, we have trouble too. So now I'm just going to see if I can get this to repair. And try not to glue my fingers to the whole thing. And I'm just going to keep adding glue. But what I feel like I need to do is make this part stronger. And that for me would mean adding some type of material, whether it's fabric or more paper. I'm not sure. But hang tight. I will see what I can do. Hold on. Okay. So I found this little bitty piece of fabric. Sorry about the gluey fingers. If you watch me, you're going to be used to the gluey fingers. Because I always have them. So whenever you're trying to keep paper together or cardboardy stuff, using fabric, whether it's a gauze or whatever it is, using that, like when you're binding a book or in this case fixing a mess, fabric is a really good way to make something a little more stable and hold it together better. It's not always going to work, but it does do a really good job. I have found, in my humble little opinion, I have found that fabric will help to stabilize something you're trying to hold together. I don't want this to fall apart right when somebody uses it. So let's see if this is working. I would love to be able to put a piece on the other side as well, but I don't think that's going to work right now. We can make it work, but I wanted the name to show. I might lose that, author's name off of here? I don't know. We'll have to see. And it's gotten pretty gluey right here. It's like checking a loose tooth, you know? I think we've got it as far as that goes. But I was hoping to hang something that's pretty heavy. But let's try to work on this first. Let's add something more fabric-wise to it. Let's see, I have some of this lace, and it's pretty stringy-ish, and that might help and give it some prettiness. So put that along there. That might add. I'm hoping to just add more structure, if you will. The problem is we're building it backwards. So I don't know. And this book may be older, way older than I thought it was, so that could be why it lost a lot of integrity. And that's okay. It has the right. It has served its purpose, and it's just being repurposed. And that's all right. That's a good thing. And we're going to let it calm down and check it again. How we doing? How we doing there? Still loose tooth, huh? It's okay. We'll figure you out. We'll get you to work. I know. I talk to this stuff like it can hear me. As long as I can hear me, that's what's important. So let's see what happens. I'm going to add something else. I'm trying to get this to have some integrity. I want it to hold up. So that's why we're going to keep on messing with it till we can get it to do its thing, or it might not. It might just say, no, we're not doing it. And then we'll have to give it up. But for right now, it looks like, see, even if it bends, it won't come off where it shouldn't, because of all the fabric that's behind it. So what I need to do is get another piece up here, because that's where I'm losing some stuff. All right, let's grab another little piece of the gauzy stuff. The one thing I need to be careful of is to not cover that hole that we made. And if we do, we can always try to pop it back. And that may be what we have to do here. I don't know. It looks like we'll have to. I'm not quite sure. So what I'm going to do is put the glue where I want to cover, but without covering the hole. And see how far we can get with that first. So I only put the glue here. And we'll put the fabric over it. And then fold the fabric so we get a double layer. And if we have enough glue still on here. No. All right, let's add another little dab of glue here. And Put another one and fold it again. And that's going to be 3 layers. So we're getting it. Did y'all see that? Or can you? No, you can't see it. Watch. When you use this glue, when it's weird acting, and then you put it down, look at the bubble. It just gets all glumpy globby. Alright, we missed the hole, which is good. And now I'm just trying to get some pressure on the fabric, and if I did it with my finger right now, it would glue to my finger, and I don't want that to happen. So, see here if we can get it to go in another another fold, and not get all crazy on us. I think that's gonna help. I think it's gonna work. So put a little pressure hold there and try to find something that we can put to cover it up. So let me show you. There we go. So now you can see what we're working with. So it's not beautiful yet. Remember, it's yet, because we may just end up with something really gorgeous or a mess. Don't know yet. I'm digging for stuff in here to see what I have that we could use. No, I don't think that's gonna work. Let's see what else we have. Nothing right here. Where are all my... Oh, we have a button. Buttons are good for this kind of work. A little bit of decorating. Whoa, we just knocked everything down. I knocked everything down. Not we. I did it. There we go. All right. So I have the... there we go. The jar of buttons. We have a bunch of vintage. The really light colored ones are not vintage. So, let's see. I think we should go with a darker one. Maybe not. Contrast is good. Let go. Let's check. And it's not going to be dry yet, because I put a lot of glue. I just want to check and see how it's doing. Hold on, little buttons. And then we'll be able to cut that stuff off. Okay, now, what is that cool button we have? I like that one, but not very much. Like I said, these are mostly vintage. And if we can put it next to the hole, that should also help to stabilize it. And just give it a little bit of, wazoo. Let's see. Are you going to work? I think you'll work. Let's glue that there. We got a bubble of glue. There we go. And that's going to kind of keep us from redecorating here, but not 100% because we can still go in even though it's still wet and get some of that fabric off. And how's the hole doing? Can you even see it anymore? Yeah, we can see it from this side. So we need to move the button over. I think it was getting too close. There. It's gonna stick out a little bit, and that's okay. There is nothing perfect about this, as you can see. But it's okay. Alright, let's see. What else can we put on here just to give it some razzle-dazzle? A lot of times when I put buttons, I like to use double. I'll put a bigger one behind a little one. Look how old this is. It's really old. Sorry about the gluey hands. Okay. I'm going to quit finiddling with that just because it's getting to me at this point. And when things start getting to me, I just don't mess with them anymore. And this thing is getting to me. It's winning, and I don't like when things win unless it's me. All right, so we have saved it. It's not loose anymore. Looks better. It should hold itself up. We add some ink to it, of course. Because I ink everything. Kind of get a little bit of the texture off the edge. And then I'm going to stop for a second, but you won't know because all you're going to see is it pause, kind of. But I'm going to go and get my jewelry box that has the stuff that we can make to hang and make a dangle. So hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this huge box of all kinds of vintage and new and whatever jewelry. And I pulled out this little chain. And this is not old. It's a plastic piece that you would use like, I don't know. You would just use. But it's something that you could sew on. So I'm going to take that off. Or I'm going to try to. I'm going to attempt it with a pair of scissors. And that's why none of my scissors cut. Because I use them like that. Got it off. Got it off. Yay. Alright, so what I want to do is, and I just pulled out a bunch of stuff that I thought I would like. So one of the things I want to do is to put a button there, or maybe here, just to give it some razzle-dazzle, or my opinion of what razzle-dazzle is. So let's put a dab of glue here, or a glob apparently. That wasn't a good dab. There. So that'll set up fairly quickly, I hope. That's what we're looking like so far. And you can see it's not too bad on this side. We can do some fixing up after. But he's looking pretty awesome. So I'm going to take this little piece of a chain. Oh, actually, look, it was an earring. Man, somebody had some style to be able to pull that off. It might have been like wrapped around, who knows. That's going to be great to be able to connect it, hopefully, to this. So I have a little light bulb pin. Can you see it? Yeah, there you go. And we're going to use that for the connection through the hole. Hopefully. There we go. All right, so I have it connected through the hole. Now we just have to figure out how to connect this somehow to here. So we're going to close it up. Keep my little button on there. Close it up and let's look at it. Let's see what we can come up with. I have all kind of little bitty things. And we have our watch. So what I might do, let's see, is glue this to the back of the watch piece. I thought it would look cool as kind of a pocket watch looking thing. You know, use your imagination. But if I have this glued to it, then I'll be able to put this in between them. And then it'll hang. Okay. Okay, so let's leave that sitting there for now. I guess I should make it to where the 12 is up. There we go. There's a 12. It doesn't really matter. Okay, let's get that there. And I don't even know what this is. Maybe an old earring, a piece of a necklace. I have no idea. I have gunkles of, there's a word, gunkles of pieces of random jewelry. Because when I go to vintage shops, I'm always looking for vintage jewelry. But if I find something that looks kind of cool, that I figure I can make into something eventually, I grab it. And then try to make something out of it. Alright, we're going to hold that down this way. And try to get another one on here. There we go. So let those hold on for a minute or 10. And figure out how to get this to connect to this. But I want it on this side. There we go. Okay. So, if I had my little jewelry pieces of plier thingies, probably would help. But I don't. Not out anyway. So I'm going to try to use my fingers and see if that works. It may or may not. And you could use, when you're gluing metal together, it's probably better to use E6000 or E5000, whatever it is. But I don't. So do as I say, not as I do. I just fiddle with things till I get them because I really can't see what I'm doing. So I just do it until my fingers say, oh, that's good. All right, so now we have it kind of through. We have it through there. I think we can glue it down and it'll work. I don't know. What would be really neat is if I had a, and I do have, I just don't know where, piece of wire to just wrap around it. That would be good. But no idea where that would be right now. So, oops, we fell off again. Get back on there. So we can make it permanently on there. And again, I'm legally blind, so I do a lot of this stuff by feel. So forgive me if it's annoying. Okay. Let's see if this is glued on. Okay, I think it worked. Nope. It didn't. It's trying. But the chain raised it up too much. I think. Let's hold it down like that for a minute or 10. And let's figure out how to make this work. I do have somewhere, maybe in this drawer, some really cool beads. They don't exactly go with the theme here, but it's okay. Use your imagination. Let's see if that is going to work out. I see something in here that's intriguing me. I don't know what it is. Let me get it out before I drive myself crazy. Oh, is it a button? Oh, they're just little things. I think these came from Sam. But I'm not quite sure what they are. Cool looking though. Oh, use them on something eventually. Oh my, something just fell over there. Okay, we have this too. So let's see. I love when I find little chain pieces that are all holding together. They're really easy to work with for the most part. And I think there's a little bitty eye on here, so if there is and I can get the piece through, then I should be able to get it glued. And I may not like it, so I'll have to, I can't tell if there's a hole in here or not. I'm guessing there's not. Either that or I'm doing it the wrong way. Come on. I really think there's a hole. And I can't see it if there is one. Maybe you can see it. Is there a hole in there? It looks like there might be. Okay, so I don't know. When I look at it through the magnifier, it looks like there's one. There is one. We got it. Now, is that going to take away? Let's see. No, I think it's cool. It'll be a cool little dangle. And then we could always glue another watch on the other side of it. But I like it. All right, let's glue this. And hopefully it'll work. Don't know till we try. Won't know till we get it. I want this to be able to move. The rest of it doesn't matter. And do I hum when I'm anxious maybe, or trying to figure something out? Not sure. Sorry about the gluey fingers. It happens. All right, let's hold you on there. Oh, maybe. I think that once get it in there and glued, maybe. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find the little piece that'll go in there. Okay, so put this down for a second. My fingers are all glued to everything. I didn't follow my own rule. Putting, if you put lotion on your hands, it keeps you from getting glue stuck. Okay, there we go. See, I found the hole in it. So once I've got the hole, I can put glue in that hole. And then I can glue it to the end and make it a little end piece. Look at that string of glue happening. Okay, let's go back to where we connected these. Let's see if I can find it again. There. Now once that glue grabs it, that'll secure all these pieces together. The problem is going to be when these little pieces start connecting and getting stuck. But that's that's just a whatever. That's a not me problem. There we go. And you can do it. You can do it. And then see, it'll just hang and dangle. It's a dangle. A dangly piece. Okay, let me see if I can find another watch piece. And we're going to put it on this side. Because it's going to keep flipping up. And we found one right away. And there we go. So we're going to put glue here again. I'm sorry if you're bored. We've gone over an hour. I apologize. I've always watched my time, but apparently today it's just another crazy time. Oh, come on. Go in there. And there we go. So we have our pretty bookmark with the dangly piece on it. That's going to hopefully not fall apart while I'm showing you for lack of time. But there we go. It's going to be in my Etsy shop, and as soon as I've checked it, made sure none of the pieces are not working out, and I may have to change some things. That's just how it goes. But there he is, our cool little gentleman. Sorry, Nostromo. Nostromo or Nostromo? Not quite sure. But all our pieces. I think it looks good. Thank you for watching. Sorry for all the stuff. I don't know. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry, I guess. But there's a bookmark made out of a book spine. Thanks for watching. You have a great day. Peace. Love ya.